Hey, what's up, good people? I'm QC. Got a great live nightly digital show lined up for you tonight. First, Anthony Poole, father of Jordan Poole, challenges Draymond Green. And Perrion Winfrey's days as a Cleveland Brown are over as he was released by the Browns today. All this and more here tonight on Talkin and Grubbin live nightly digital show, and it tips off right here and right now. Hey, Hey, what's up, good people? I'm QC. Welcome to a brand new edition of Talkin and Grubbin live nightly digital show. How's everybody doing on this Wednesday? Hope everybody's doing good. I'm doing good. Glad to be back here with all of y'all again tonight. And I appreciate all you tuning in, whether you tune in on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. I greatly appreciate it. Greatly appreciate it. We're getting slowly but surely closer to the weekend. I know a lot of people are excited. Just counting down those last 2 days. And I know y'all can't wait. Definitely can't wait. All right, got my grub here. Got some dinner here got some chicken and macaroni and cheese tonight. That's what I'm gonna be grubbing on. Some good mac and cheese. Ooh, excuse me. Shout out to my coworker. She definitely did a good job on this. Gotta get into this. I'm hungry. little more of this mac and cheese. Before I dive right in. All right. The first story of the night is Anthony Poole tweets a response to Draymond Green about addressing his fight with Jordan Poole last year when they were still teammates on the Golden State Warriors. Draymond did an interview with Patrick Beverly on his podcast called Pat Bev Pod. The clip came out today. Well, excuse me, the episode was released today. Matter of fact, here's a little snippet of it, and I'll be back with my take, as well as the tweets that he and Draymond shared between each other. All right, fair use, fair use.
Of course, happens over time, and you usually ain't just triggered by something like that fast,
right.
To that degree. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a team. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't nobody on my team triggering me. In an instant. We know stuff that you don't say amongst men. You know what I'm saying? We know things that you have to stand on.
All right, so that was Draymond's interview with, Draymond's comment to the incident between he and Jordan Poole. And Mr. Poole did not take kindly to what Draymond said in that interview. This is what he put out on Twitter as a response to that. And I quote, "I stand on this. That is some BS. JP was his guy and he avoided me last year. He is a soft ass bitch and I'm standing on this. And he didn't apologize to me and my wife. So lame, and me and him can meet anytime he wants." Now, here's what Draymond had to say in response to Anthony Poole's tweet. And I quote, "That's so cute. It's impossible to avoid an arena for a year, champ. I got to get my family from that family room every game and stop using those words. They usually don't go over well amongst men." All right, so that's the response to Draymond Green and Anthony Poole. Now, look, I get Anthony Poole's feelings on this. That he's his father. He's just defending and protecting his son. Of course he was pissed off when he saw his son being knocked out in that video, and that whole video went viral because we all know Jordan Poole was the subject of a lot of jokes, of a lot of memes, a lot of social media, jabs. Also, I'm sure that Anthony Poole had to hear from other family members as well as his friends. So that definitely gets to someone. And I get that he wants to stand up for his son like any father would, like any parent would. Excuse me. So yeah, I don't blame him for sticking up for his son. But on the flip side, that's for Jordan Poole and Draymond to work out between them. Now, yes, they still had their beef. They still don't like each other, but that's up for them to deal with whatever issues they have with each other, whether they resolve them or not. You sitting up challenging a grown man to a fight and calling him all kinds of names, such as a soft ass bitch, doesn't help matters none, because that makes Jordan Poole like he can't fight his own battles and he's got to run to daddy. Not to say Jordan Poole is soft or anything, but I'm just saying that's the perception a lot of people are going to take, not only with Draymond, but in the NBA as well. People are going to just assume that he's soft. And also Draymond shouldn't stoop that low either. And responded like, come on, man, you should be above that. You're an NBA superstar. You're a 4-time NBA champion. 9 times out of 10, you're a Hall of Famer, whether we agree or disagree on that. But still, you should be above that. Like, you shouldn't be getting into these Twitter beefs. A lot of NBA players now need to stop just getting into these social media beefs. Look at Kevin Durant. Here you are arguing with a comedian over your game, and he ends up roasting you. And now, look, he ends up becoming famous because of what you've done. You made this dude famous, KD. So these NBA players need to stop getting into these petty social media beefs because they're not worth it. It's just pretty insane. Like, you supposed to be above that. You supposed to be on that level of anybody. Whether it's another player or a parent or just an average person. You ain't supposed to be doing that. So I get both sides of the coin, but it's just like, it's time to stop. Like, it's time to move on. That whole incident was almost a year ago. Jordan Poole, he's no longer on the team anymore. So he's out of that. He's off of that team. He's out of that environment. He doesn't have to even deal with Draymond anymore, except for when they play each other twice a year. When they travel to DC and San Francisco, respectively. That's the only time they've got to deal with each other. But other than that, they don't have to say 2 words to each other. They just got to be respectful and cordial with each other. But like I said, I get, Anthony Poole want to protect his son. That never changes. That never goes away. No matter how old your kid is, you're always going to want to be there to protect him. But in some instances, he's also got to handle some things himself. And this is one of them. All right, good people. I'm going to take a quick time out. I'll be right back. I'm going to let you hear a word from my partners at BetUs.com, where the game begins.
Listen up, sports fans. Your favorite sportsbook, BetUS.com, is back for our 28th year of NFL action. With the industry's biggest sign-up bonus of up to 200%, BetUS offers our members the opportunity to cash in on all your favorite sports, including NFL, NBA, MLB, and more. We've also got hundreds of new casino games, including the coolest new European slots, and our live dealers are waiting for you at the table. Sign up at BetUS.com today to get into the action. BetUS, where the game begins.
All right, I'm back, good people. Now on to the next story. Perrion Winfrey has been released by the Cleveland Browns. The Browns made the announcement earlier today that he is no longer a member of the Cleveland Browns. He was drafted in the 4th round of last year's NFL draft. He didn't really play that much, but ever since his time in Cleveland, Winfrey has been getting into a lot of trouble. He was accused of aggravated assault on a woman, which he ended up beating that charge. Also, a couple of months ago, he was robbed at a downtown Cleveland nightclub, and now a video has came out of him flashing a gun at a woman and threatening her. So that was basically the straw that broke the camel's back, and that made Andrew Berry, the GM of the Browns, cut Perrion Winfrey. Wish I could say I was surprised, but I'm not. Winfrey has been skating on thin ice ever since that aggravated assault incident that he encountered a few months ago. Also, as well as the carjacking incident. He's definitely gotten into a lot of trouble, not only in the NFL, but also back in college as well. So problems just kept on following Winfrey. And he kept on constantly getting into trouble, and that's what led to the Browns cutting him. Wish I could say I was surprised, but I'm not. I am definitely not surprised. Either he was going to get cut or going to be traded. And definitely a lot of it was his own fault. They kept on giving him chance after chance to calm down, to turn his life around, to start acting like a pro, but he chose not to. And when you're not producing, that definitely gives a team a better case to cut you. If he was producing like they thought he would, they wouldn't have cut him. But since he's out there wilding out and also having these, situations, he basically gave them a stick to crack his head with, as my late brother used to say. So definitely not shocked that Perrion Winfrey is not on the Cleveland Browns anymore. But I definitely hope he gets his life together. And also, definitely hope he matures, calms down, and definitely not bring that same drama to the next team that picks him up, if he gets picked up at all. Because there are a lot of teams out there in the NFL that will stay away from with all the issues he's encountered. A lot of teams do not want that headache. Definitely don't want that headache if they can help it, because they definitely have their own players and their issues to manage. They don't need another problem to manage, especially a problem that's had a few run-ins with the law. So definitely not shocked by Winfrey not being on the Browns anymore. All right, I'm going to take a brief pause. I'll be right back.
Your favorite sportsbook, BetUs.com, is back for our 28th year of NFL action. With the industry's biggest sign-up bonus of up to 200%, BetUs offers our members the opportunity to cash in on all your favorite sports, including NFL, NBA, MLB, and more. Sign up at BetUs.com today to get into the action.
All right, I'm back, good people. The next story I want to cover, this is a story I've been meaning to cover for a while, but got sidetracked. Now the NBA has announced a mid-season tournament that's going to take place in early November. Now, it's going to be 4 rounds, and it's going to go by groups. And the groups are determined by the team's previous regular season record. It's going to be 6 different groups. And the team with the best record, they're guaranteed a playoff spot, but then there's going to be 2 wild cards. And then after that, it's going to be 8 teams that advance to the championship round in Las Vegas. And and whichever team wins, they're going to win the new NBA Cup. This is something that the NBA has been working on for the last 15 years, and now they finally bringing it out here to the fans starting this upcoming season. Man, I don't like this NBA midseason tournament. I think it's a joke. I know they're trying to get fans more interested in the NBA early on, but this is not the way to do it. Definitely not the way to do it. Now, if you want to get fans more interested, start having meaningful games early in the season instead of just trying to pack them on basically for the second half of the season or just waiting until Christmas Day. You know, start having games on Thanksgiving Thanksgiving like you used to. Yeah, I know that's the NFL's day, but look what NFL's doing to y'all. They're now playing games on Christmas Day. Now for a while, that was an NBA thing. That was the NBA's day. The NFL wasn't even thinking about playing on Christmas Day. Now they've got multiple games on Christmas Day. Matter of fact, this year they're going to have 3 Christmas Day games. So if you want fans to be interested, this is not the way to do it. It's gonna be boring. It's kind of corny to me. And a lot of fans feel that way, that this is corny. There are other ways of piquing fans' interest, like, okay, the All-Star game. Y'all say y'all want to go back to East and West? Start doing that. Also, like I said, start playing games on Thanksgiving. It doesn't have to be like packed with like 5 games. You could just do 2 or 3. Like have an early game like on, say, NBA TV, have another on, say, TNT, and another one on ESPN or ABC. Or there's another way you could pique fans' interest. This is an idea I've had for a while. Now, it was inspired by Major League Baseball, where they have 2 teams every season go out to Iowa and play on the same field where they shot the movie Field of Dreams. My idea has always been to have what they call a Rucker game. Build the court like you would see at Rucker Park. Find a game during the regular season where 2 teams can go at it. Find an NBA regular season game. It could be 2 Eastern Conference teams, 2 Western Conference teams, or an Eastern Conference team and a Western Conference team. Have them go at it. Build the court like the Rucker. And that would get a lot of people interested. A lot of people be interested in a Rucker game. It's a lot better than having this crazy NBA mid-season tournament. I mean, how you going to have a mid-season tournament early in the NBA season? Maybe I could see if it was January, but November, that's way too early. Like, this is not going to bode well. with a lot of NBA fans, because a lot of NBA fans are going to be bored by it. And who wants to watch that many rounds of a meaningless tournament? It has no value. It's just basically for bragging rights. And yeah, and also I know y'all trying to get NBA players engaged during the regular season as well, because of course we see a lot of load management, players taking games off when they're not injured. So yeah, I get what y'all trying to do, but this is not the right idea. This is definitely not the right idea. And this idea could definitely backfire on Adam Silver in the NBA. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this might become a major success. But this concept is a joke. Now, okay, it's cool y'all doing the Mexico games, the Paris games during the regular season. But there are other ways to definitely get fans interested early in the season. Just gotta find different alternatives to do it. But this NBA mid-season tournament is not a great idea. All right, good people. I'm going to take a quick pause and let you all know what's on my mind before we get out of here. I'll be right back, so don't go away. All right, I'm back, good people. Now I'm gonna wrap up with what's on my mind. Now, in the era of social media, we've got a lot of fanboy and sycophant culture. A lot of people, of course, run crazy with this GOAT debate, whether it's Michael Jordan, LeBron James, or someone else, or which era, some players shouldn't be all-time greats because, or top 10 players because of the era they played in. Oh, they wouldn't play in any other era. They can only thrive in that era. But it's time to cut out the fanboy culture. I mean, people just go buck wild with it. And it's become so toxic. If it's not Michael Jordan fans being toxic, it's LeBron fans being toxic. If it's not LeBron fans, it's Steph Curry fans, it's Kobe fans, it's KD fans, so on and so forth. It's just a lot of toxicity, when it comes to this fanboy culture. Nobody can just have their own opinion or respect each other's opinion. It's always got to be like you trying to tear somebody down and try to browbeat them just to get your point across. And you don't have to do that. That person can have their, opinion of certain players, and the other person can have theirs. Matter of fact, with some of my OBF family members, we've gotten into, these debates when they've been on this platform, or rather I've been on Kenny's platform. It's like, we don't have to do that. We don't have to. Like, because it's ridiculous. I can have my opinion, and I'm not throwing Kenny or any of the OBF family members under the bus. Not at all. But I just look at it with other content creators, mainstream media, social media, or even on the streets. It's just toxic. Like, okay, like Michael Jordan fans, they love to talk about how great Michael Jordan is and just make this narrative that he won all those 6 rings by himself. They even go out of their way to diminish the other dudes on those Bulls teams. They diminish the hell out of Scottie Pippen and act like he wasn't like that back then when he was. I mean, come on. He was one of the best defenders in the league, and he could score. Matter of fact, people forget, a lot of times he was top 10 in MVP voting. Yes, he was top 10 in MVP voting. And some of them don't respect other great players. They go out of their way to diminish them just to elevate Jordan. LeBron fans, they do the same thing. They're not off the hook either. Well, some LeBron fans. I'm not going to say every LeBron fan, just like every Jordan fan ain't like that. But certain LeBron fans do that. They diminish his teammates to elevate LeBron. Excuse me. They don't respect other great players either. But then on the flip side, LeBron haters act as if everything he does is wrong and every accomplishment should just have an asterisk by it, which is ridiculous. Like, no, he earned that. He played and earned that. No matter however he did it, he did it. And a lot of people dog, him and the Lakers for winning that championship in the bubble. But if it was any other team, y'all would not be saying that. And I get tired of a lot of people lying, saying, "Oh, we would have said that no matter what team won it." I got one word: bullshit. Y'all wouldn't have said that with any other team. If the Heat would have won it, y'all still will be talking about them to this day and praising them how they won that title. And y'all will be dogging LeBron, talking about, "Oh, he couldn't even win the bubble." So please stop lying, because a lot of y'all through the damn bubble was rooting against the Lakers. But also, some Curry fans don't respect other players. People want to make Steph to go, well, he the all-time 3-point shoot all-time, leading 3-point percentage. He changed the game. Yeah, he definitely changed the game. But that doesn't mean you got to just dog other all-time greats just to elevate Steph either. But it's just time for the fanboy culture to stop. It's time to get back to what it was. Back in the day, everybody had a differences of opinion. People had a disagreements, and people still respecting each other. People didn't go out their way to dog one player to elevate another. Like, okay, when the Bird and Magic rivalry was happening back in the day, some people may have had that mindset, but most people didn't go out their way to dog Bird just to big up Magic, or dog Magic just to big up Bird. They might not have liked them, but they still respected them as players and respected their game. And that's what we need to get back to. It's time for all this fanboy culture to stop. It's time for all this, jock riding to stop. It's just time for just all of it to stop. Like, you don't have to diminish anybody or their little tongue tied, but you don't have to diminish anybody or their accomplishments just to elevate your favorite players. All right, good people, I'm about to get out of here. Thank y'all for joining me. I greatly appreciate all y'all tuning in, whether you tuned in on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. I greatly appreciate it. Just appreciate all y'all taking time out your night to hang out with me for a little while. I'm going to be back again tomorrow night, same time, same channels. Until then, y'all have a good one. Love y'all to life. Salute. Y'all be safe. Enjoy the rest of your night and enjoy your day. I'm out. See y'all tomorrow.